If you could only play one game for the rest of your life, what game would it be?
If it was a casino table game, baccarat. I think we, all of us, have popularized the game of baccarat, and I think that VegasMatt started playing that a lot, and we peel the cards back, like it's kind of the tradition in the peel baccarat game, and everyone always comments, they're like, you guys are so obnoxious bending those cards, you think you're so special, and it's like, it's part of the culture, like you look in the big high limit, the Asian gaming, it's like that's what they do, they sit there and it's a very social game, and so whoever bets the most gets to touch the cards. That's how it works. So if you're the biggest bettor, they push the cards to you, and then you get to look and you peel it up and you see, oh, there's three diamonds. Okay, it's a 6, 7, or an 8. Let me look at the other one. No dots. It's an ace, 2 or 3, and you can build tension, and it's fun, and everyone's around, and you're all betting, either player or banker. It's a very social game. So like when we go out at night and we're all having fun, we always end up in the baccarat. The other night we were playing, and we first, of course, I don't know how this happens. We always bet banker. And so we sit down banker, and then we just run into it like an 8-player streak. So, first we bet 1,000, we bet a couple thousand, we bet 6,000, we bet 10,000. And we got to the point where we were down 65,000 in a matter of like about 7 or 8 hands. And there was a few of us kind of going in on it, and then we bet $45,000 on one hand, and then we finally won, and then we won a couple more, and we ended up breaking even. But that was like a 45 minutes of just absolute hilarity and fun. So the long answer to your short question is love baccarat.
That's dangerous because it makes me want to gamble.
Let's go.
But I'm not. I can't do that.
Hypothetically, if you could be the house, would you put up $1 million against a hand of blackjack?
No.
But if you were the house, you'd have an advantage.
0.5%.
Would you? No, you wouldn't. That's a horrible question, Grant.
Why would that be a horrible question?
Because why would I do that?
Because you have a statistical edge.
My life, if I get $1 million right now, would be maybe 10 to 15% like better than if I lost 1 million, my life would be like 100% worse. So like that's what I mean. Like I'm just saying the risk and reward.
What if 500,000 each?
No,
if you had a chance to be the house, you should definitely do it. Like I mean, but maybe one hand. But if you could be the house for a month, then you'd win 100% of the time.
Right, but like me doing $1 million is the same thing as me. Hey, Graham, would you do it? $10 million. You're the house. Would you do it?
I mean, at one hand.
No, I wouldn't.
There you go. I mean, I think.
But you would do it if you could be the house if you could take the house's side of any casino in this town for a month.
Oh yeah,
it would take you crazy not to because you're going to win.
But the problem is it's the one hand. That's why the casinos don't even do it.
One hand, one hand is risky, but being the house is.
My understanding with one hand on a hand of blackjack, if you're the house, you have a 53% chance of winning. One single hand. I know this because I go to the casino a lot and I just place one bet. And that's it. One bet. If I win, I double. And if I lose, I walk away.
Oh, that's
and so
smart.
I've always gone in thinking, where am I going to get my best odds? And that's usually baccarat. Because blackjack, you're not likely to win on one hand.
Yep.
You're likely to get 50-50 over like 10 to 20 hands.
Well, I mean, that's because every time you play a hand, you're giving away a little bit more. So the best gambling strategy, if you really wanted to maximize it, if you had a budget of $1,000, would be to bet it on one hand.
Yes.
And then quit.
Yes.
Regardless of what happened. And then over time, you probably would win about half the time. So that's a smart strategy. No surprise, young Graham.
What is your dream gamble?
A dream?
Yeah.
gamble.
Like, is there something that you've always wanted when you're at the casino? Like hitting this one bonus, or maybe like putting $1 million on a hand, like Dana White says, or betting on one thing or another?
Well, I mean, right. I want to get the $1 million grand, or the $2 million grand on Dragon Link, which is, something that it's like the prize that, that doesn't hit very often. Some people have gotten it. I've never gotten that. There's a game called Buffalo Gold Collection where we want to get the 15 buffalo heads. There's a game called Wolf Peak where we've never gotten the bonus. We've probably put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars through the machine and we've never triggered the bonus. So I want to get the Wolf Peak bonus. Be sure to ask that question of EJ and WBG because I'm sure there's stuff that I'm forgetting. I've talked about doing a $1 million hand. the problem is no one will take the action. You know,
What about Dana?
I think he's got special.
But you could go head to head with him.
Yeah, I suppose. But does he bet $1 million a hand? Does Caesars or whoever take $1 million a hand?
I don't know.
I thought it was like 250.
But I'm saying you and Dana could go. You play the house, or he plays the house, and it's just exchanging 1 million from one person to another.
Well, that would be illegal.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
It could be for entertainment purposes
home
only.
Games or gamble. I don't know. Like you say, everything's illegal.
I'm sure Dana could get a license if he.
Yeah, I mean, give him a call. I'd love to see him again. I haven't seen him in a while. Me and Steve and Dana played slots, and Dana's like, slots? What the hell's wrong with you guys? And then Steve was like fast spinning $250 spin huff and puff, and I had we were chopping the ticket, So I'm like, slow down there, Steve. And I go, this guy's great. And then boom, he hit something. We won like $37,000, and then Dana's like, wow, that's really cool. And it was a great video, and Dana was very nice. I don't know him well enough. Like, I don't have his phone number. I couldn't text him and say, hey, Dana, you want to bet $1 million? But that would be really cool. If you guys arrange that, I'll definitely go. But the casinos, you'd be surprised. The limits are not that high. Now, you can negotiate special limits, like if you put $5 or $10 million. They don't want just one hand for $1 million. They might get really beat. They want you to put up front money or wire in $10 million. Then they'll let you play maybe $500,000 a hand or something like that, because they have a very good chance of beating you for the whole $10 million, because you're not going to play one hand and quit.
Why not do 4 hands at the same time, $250,000 each?
No, it sounds fun to me.
You don't think they would allow that?
I mean,
well, you're splitting the risk more.
Again,
you want one hand, $1
Yes.
million.
I mean, I just think it would be cooler to do like one hand for $1 million. Like when we hit 1 million subscribers, that's what I wanted to do. But we couldn't find anyone that would take that bet from us. The biggest we got was the Peppermill said they take 100,000. And so we did $100,000 hand to baccarat. And I'm telling you, I almost passed out. I mean, that was a lot. I mean, $100,000 is a lot of money. And it's like $100,000, one hand to baccarat. And then we got like a natural 8 or natural 9. And I just jumped up, and then I almost passed out. It was really funny.
What was that feeling like?
It was awesome. I mean, because it felt so great to win. I would have felt like a complete idiot. Like, all right, we hit 1 million subscribers, and to celebrate, I'm going to lose $100,000. That's just dumb. So it's always the videos do better when we win. But people always say, oh, it's rigged. They're paid by the casino. It's like, I wish. Oh, it's real money. I mean, yes, we make money, but that's my money. That's like saying a doctor comes and gambles and says, well, it's not really his money because he makes so much as a doctor. Like, well, okay, we make a lot of money as a YouTuber, but YouTube sends me my check and I go and gamble it. If I lose it, I lose it. The casino's not going to give me the money back. You know what I mean? So it's much more fun when you win those big hands, but it's terrible when you lose them.
And by the way, quick thanks to our sponsor, CyberGhost VPN, for sponsoring this video.
CyberGhost is one of the most trusted VPNs out there, with over 38 million users worldwide and over 20,000 strong reviews on Trustpilot.
Using a VPN is one of the simplest ways to protect your online privacy. Like, a lot more eyes are watching your online activity than you think.
And of course, even incognito mode does not stop it. Your internet provider, your work or school network, and even your home Wi-Fi router can still track what you're doing.
CyberGhost helps by encrypting your online data and running it through their secure servers. You just pick from over 100 locations before you browse.
It also lets you access geo-restricted games and content from over 40 streaming platforms, including Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney+. And here's a little special sauce I'll sprinkle on top. Changing your location can actually help you find better deals online.
CyberGhost works on all major devices like Mac, Apple, iOS, and Android, and you could protect up to 7 devices at the same time.
And guys, if you're thinking about it, using our link in the description gets you their absolute best deal at $2.03 per month, plus 4 months for free, which is 84% off.
They also offer a 45-day money-back guarantee, so it's risk-free to try it out. We like it enough to recommend it to all of you watching.
Once again, the link is down below in the description. Thank you so much to CyberGhost for sponsoring this episode.